is haunted. She also explained that in the 1800s, a boy had fallen to his death out of one of the second-story windows. There was an old Confederate cemetery that was about 100 yards behind the house. Tragedy would strike after picking her children up from school. They were doing construction on the road at the time, and one of the barrels was out of place, and so I went to dodge it, and they just overcorrected, and we ended up flipping several times. Sometime in that process, Tori was ejected from the van, and the van rolled over on top of her, and she was pinned. In October 2003, Jamie and Ben Shea began searching for a larger home to raise their growing family. We had 3 kids. Tori was the oldest. She was around 10, I believe. Bridger is our middle. He was around 5, and then we had Jackson, who was around 8 months old. We were just kind of looking to find a bigger place, something a little nicer, with more room, and a big yard, and lots of land. After having little luck searching, Jamie would be informed about a historical property located in her hometown of Lamar, a small city situated in the Arkansas River Valley. I have always been interested in old historical houses, and specifically the colonial style houses with the big front porch, and my aunt actually told me about this place. With some parts of the house being constructed in the late 1700s, it's known to be one of the oldest private residences in the state. I was like, let's go check it out, and it wasn't even on the market, I don't think officially yet, so we kind of had first dibs at it, and I was just loved the front porch and all the land and the old buildings that were on the property and the big giant trees. It was just everything I had thought of when I thought of raising a family, and it had a lot of character because it was built in the 1800s and 1700s, some of it, so it was just the history, I think, is what drew me to the house. Although the house had been vacant for some time, the price was considerably lower than similar homes in the area, and it was exactly what Jamie had envisioned for her family. I think, I could be wrong, it was sometime in the late 1700s, was etched on the inside of the fireplace in the kitchen. And then on the outside of the fireplace on the other side of the house, which would be like the living room up to the upstairs bedroom, at the very top, it said 1811 was etched into that. And I feel like the only people in that area at that time was like a handful of French trappers. Like, it was not very inhabited, so I don't know how I don't know what the original reason for the house was built, because it really wasn't many people in that area.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to be able to have someone that you can talk to about your problems, to bounce ideas off of, process your traumas and your stressors, especially when life is getting out of hand. And although everyone should have a therapist like that they can talk to, sometimes it's difficult to find the right person who's the right fit for you and your needs. Thankfully, BetterHelp has an online quiz and tool that streamlines the entire process for you to better help you find a therapist that's going to meet your needs by asking you what your preferences are, what your experiences are, what kind of therapy style you're looking for, and that way it can match you up with the best therapist specifically for you. And thanks to BetterHelp's online platform, actually communicating with your therapist, whether it be via messaging, phone call, video chat, is incredibly easy. You can communicate with your therapist at times that are the most convenient for you so that you can have
While walking through the house, Jamie and Ben would make an unsettling discovery in one of the upstairs bedrooms.
When we first looked at the house, we did our walkthrough and it was very charming. And we went up the stairs, and the last bedroom we looked at was kind of shocking because we walked in and the fireplace was all boarded up, and there was spray painted on the boards was like a pentagram, and there were bits of candles and all kinds of weird, looked like they had a seance or something in that room. On the board, so not only was there a pentagram, but there was also the name of a boy that had actually died. And someone had written his name, full name, first and last name, in spray paint on the board. So, I mean, it was kind of shocking to see that, but we just wrote it off as, okay, kids broke in, they're doing their thing, playing around. At that time, I didn't really give it a whole lot of thought, and it definitely wasn't a deterrent for buying the house.
The Shays remained enthusiastic about the house and believed a deal this good only comes once in a lifetime. Her husband Ben worked nights as a nurse at a nearby factory, while also going to school for a degree in theater.
He was also attracted to the space and the big trees in the yard, and also just the character of it being in such an old historic place. It just had a lot of charm, and we were both very attracted to just the fireplaces. I mean, what house has 4 fireplaces? It was amazing. The price was right. It was beautiful. It had a lot of history. I was sold.
After settling into their new home, the family quickly falls into a busy routine. With their hectic work schedules, the couple hires a family friend to watch 8-month-old Jackson during the weekdays until Jamie arrives back home.
It was a friend of mine. Her name's Desta, and she also worked with me. We did some creative projects together, and she volunteered to come and take care of the baby because the other 2 were in school while Ben slept, so that he could come home from work at 7, sleep a few hours, and then go to class.